Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Many things have happened. The world has changed quite decently since the last 8 months since I last posted. And many things have changed with me. I've become the thing I fear most in the world, a many boy group stan. Since my last video, I found a video called Backdoor. That was the worst moment of my life. Since then, I went through a hole where I just kept finding information about Stray Kids, and then the Mamas happened, and then Kingdom happened, and now I own all of them. I am a huge stay. They are my most listened to artist of all time now. And they're just a group that I found that I really, really connect to. And I wanted to share that for a bit for my, coming back to my channel. And to kind of celebrate them and me finding them and all their success that they've come to this year. I just wanted to share my favorite songs of theirs and just the songs that connected me to the most. So this is kind of a lyric breakdown, but of many songs. So a quick run through of my favorite songs. So hopefully if you've never heard of Stray Kids and you've never listened to their music, or you're having trouble finding Stray Kids music that you like, maybe this would be a good suggestion. And I just want to sit here and talk about art and art I love, because that's kind of what this channel is all about. So way back at the beginning, when I first found Stray Kids, I made a playlist of kind of all my favorite songs of theirs, and I kind of made it to go through a journey of dealing with emotions, and I tried to make it lay out so it was kind of like a sleeping playlist, but it was also I'm not feeling so good, I want to work through my emotions through music and through Stray Kids. So that's what this playlist is. So I'm going to share this playlist with you, and I'm going to go through each song and give a little breakdown of each one and just explain why they're there and just go through them. I was originally going to film this a few weeks ago, but I got caught up with timings and then they had their comeback. So obviously I kind of had to wait because they were releasing new music, and I very seriously anticipated new songs that would go onto this playlist as well. So there are a couple new songs on here from Noeasy, and there are a lot of old songs. One of my favorite things about Stray Kids is they are entirely involved in all of their production and writing and creation of their music. Particularly three members, Bangchan, Changbin, and Han Jisung, who go under the unit 3 Ratcha. From very pre-debut, they were highly involved and very creative in their writing and Stray Kids itself. This is one thing that really connects to me because it completely shows through every single piece of art that they create. They are so talented and so expressive and so personal with their lyrics, and this is why this playlist and all of their music and all of their discography is so unique and so important to many people, and me included, because you know it comes from them and their hearts, and you know they're genuinely trying to speak to their audience. They are some of the most creative and expressive lyricists ever, and that is not a biased opinion, because I came to that conclusion before I called myself a stay. And that is why I called myself a stay. I came from an unbiased opinion and then I became biased. So that's how that works. No biased opinions in this video whatsoever. Very quickly, before we get started, I just want to give a disclaimer that these are using English translations of the lyrics. They may not be 100% accurate. It's very hard to get accurate translations just as translations, but I've tried my best to give the most accurate translations to these lyrics. I highly suggest you check out different sources. I've left the Genius translations in the description, but there are many other resources. There's also color code lyrics and many on Twitter. So I suggest you check those out if you're interested. Okay, let's go. We start off with Silent Cry from their new album, Noeasy. This song is written by Sriracha, composed by Sriracha and Hong Ji-sung, arranged by Hong Ji-sung. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, I'm trying my best to pronounce it. The best way I would describe Silent Cry is the feeling of an open sob. It's so open and intense, and the sound completely just fills your body with emotion. I used this song as an opening to the playlist because it's completely about acknowledging pain that you're feeling and acknowledging the cries that you're holding in, and it's the first step into actually feeling the emotions that you need to feel. The song itself is fast and chaotic and loud, completely contrasting to the silent cry that they're talking about, which is a really good way to kind of encapsulate the feelings and emotions that comes with trying to hold down pain that you're feeling when you don't want to express it. With lyrics such as, "I'll listen to your silent cry so that you don't get tired in the lost corner of your heart." Stray Kids are completely encouraging you to acknowledge and to listen to the feelings that you're holding in and to cry with them, to let go and feel with them the things that you have been repressing for so long. I would honestly describe it as the gift of being able to say yes to a hug. And it's such an important song, and it's such a beautiful song, and it's an absolute masterpiece. When it rains in your heart, I'll take you with me. Don't hang in there, I'll open an umbrella. It's one of the safest songs ever. It's been 20 minutes and I've only done one song.
Maybe it will take the 4 hours.
Do you want to show it to the camera?
I made a cool shape. Look.
The next song on the playlist is Voices. Written by Sriracha, composed by Sriracha and Trippy, and arranged by Bangchan and Trippy. This song is all about being overwhelmed with the voices inside your head. But instead of delving into and holding on to these voices and kind of focusing on the pain of them, it encourages you to step out of them, to release them, to let go and escape them. Step Out is their slogan, or the way they introduce themselves as a group, which I find really cool and really touching because Voices is one of my favorite songs of all time, and to use the slogan or the phrase step out in terms of stepping out of the voices inside your head or stepping out of the situations that may be harming you or stepping out of beliefs that you might have that hurt you is a really cool way to introduce your group and to have as something that describes you, and I really, really highly respect and admire them for that. That was off topic.
Yep, it was perfectly on topic.
I really like this song because it feels like a declaration, a decision that you are making, a formal written word that you are going to step out of the voices, that you are going to try and escape the pain that you're feeling to get better and to step out. The choreo of the song also really aids in this. They use hand motions to physically push away from their body and to push away the voices. And at one point, they even have their hands around their head to symbolize actual things that are clouding your brain and your head. And I think it's really cool that they use everything that they have in their power, choreo, music, videos, even sometimes their outfits that can visually aid into the message that they're trying to portray, and this song is an excellent example of that. My favorite lyrics are "Smash it all, the source that locked me in the darkness and harassed me. Step out of them voices, with my ears closed, let me shout again." I just realized I have photos of men behind me.
Yeah, you do.
Hongjun, look away! The next song is 19, written by Han Ji-sung, composed by Bangchan and Han Ji-sung, and arranged by Bangchan, a song that is completely only touched by Stray Kids. This is the first of many Ji-sung songs on this playlist. I especially have an affection and love for Ji-sung's lyrics because of how raw and honest and personal they are. It's personally just my taste of lyrics, and he writes some of the best songs I've ever heard, and I just want to give him praise for that for just a second. I love Ji-sung.
Same.
You did the quokka. 19 is a song that deals with the fear that you are getting old. It deals with the age 19, which is on the precipice of becoming adult, but not quite a kid anymore. It's a really complicated age, and many people know what I'm talking about. When you're a kid, you get very excited to do individual things and things that you can do all by yourself. You're excited at the possibility of being your own person. When you're an adult, you become overwhelmed with individual responsibilities, and you regret not appreciating the time where people took care of you, like what happened when you were a kid. When you're on the precipice, you feel both all at the same time. You're not quite prepared to keep going, but you certainly don't want to go back. And it's a very complicated, very hard feeling that this song encapsulates so well. And I appreciate it because there is a very isolating feeling that comes with that growth. And nobody really talks about it because everybody sees birthdays as such a great thing, and sometimes you feel alone in not wanting to age. This song never really supplies an answer either. It's just there as a form of validity, which is one of the best things that they do. It's helping you work through the emotion without ever trying to speak over you or speak over themselves. They're going through this just like we are. It's really personal too. It talks about real events and real things that have happened in their lives, which makes it feel like a conversation between us and the artist and us and them, because it feels like I'm talking to a friend who is trying to deal with the same things I am, which is so clever and so honest and so beautiful. As the song goes on, the ending part leans more towards finding comfort in the things that you know and you are sure about in order to comfort yourself in moving into things that you don't, which is a very clever, very honest and healthy approach into aging. And it's a really good tool that they provide of taking things that make you happy and taking things that you know in order to process things that you don't, which I really respect in this song. It is one of my favorite songs in terms of lyrics ever, just because of how honest it is and how well it's done. If right now passes, then it'll seem so far away. It'll feel like I won't be able to see the current me again.
I like that in all three songs you've said this is one of my favourite songs of all time.
And what about it?
A big mood.
I'm gonna say it about every single one of these.
As you should. It's like talking about your kids.
Yeah. The next song on the playlist is Mia, or MIA. Written by 3racha, composed by 3racha and Kim Mong-yi, and arranged by Kim Mong-yi and Bangchan. This song is a note to someone who is MIA, or missing in action. It's about someone they knew and loved, someone who used to be very bright and happy and just one day isn't anymore. They're talking about themselves. Their younger selves who used to view things in a positive light and now they no longer do. My favorite part in this song is sung by Changbin, who says, "Why are you staring at me again? Don't look at me with that face, with that dark face. And it is one of my favorite lyrics and line deliveries ever. He sounds so genuinely upset and angry. When you get older, you start to feel guilty about losing who you once were, even though that's just how life goes. And once you're greeted with the fact that you've changed, whether it's when you look in the mirror or just a moment of realization, it is startling once you have that first thought of, this isn't who I am. It hurts, it makes you angry, it makes you upset, and it makes you bitter. And the way this whole song sounds, and especially that one line, it really, really showcases how much it does suck. And they do it so well. It's a song of missing yourself. It's confused and betrayed and bitter and sad and mournful. Do want them back, that happiness back, but you feel like you can't anymore, and that's upsetting. It's not a happy song, and it's not one, again, that gives you any sort of answer, but it is very validating to feel and hear that other people know what that's like. I'm just saying this because I'm worried about you. I feel awkward when I'm with you. It's very hard to know how to help yourself if you don't know who that is anymore, and you do feel like you're missing an action. This song is one of the very few times I've ever heard that addressed, and I want to thank them for that, because it does bring a sense of understanding. Before I get upset, let's move on. Chronosaurus. Still got... These are so sad. We don't get to the happy ones in a long time.
Yeah, there's lots of sad songs before we get to the happy songs.
The next song is Chronosaurus. Written by Three Ratcha, composed by Bangchan, Keros, and Samuel, and arranged by Keros, Samuel, and KO. This song talks about running away from time itself. The title comes from two things. Kronos is the Greek king of Titans, the god of time itself. He is the son of heaven and earth and the father of all the Olympian gods like Zeus and Hera and them. He's described in most texts as a destructive, all-devouring force. So that kind of gives you a picture of the direction they're heading. Stray Kids turn Kronos, time itself, into like a monster, a Chronosaurus. And they use the image of a monster to portray a song of like something is chasing them, chasing you, the listener, and it's something you need to run away and hide from. And this really works well with everything they've talked about that I've discussed earlier, and just the fear that comes with time. No matter how much you want time to stop, if you want to remain in the same place, if you want to go back to something, you can't. Time keeps going. It cannot be stopped. And that's absolutely terrifying and really difficult to process. The reason why I like songs like this, songs that deal with things that don't really have an answer, that don't really have any sort of like conclusion, I guess, because it feels like I'm running away with them. It brings that sort of feeling of community, like I've talked about before. Chronosaurus is a sad song of trouble, of difficulty, of running out of breath, of trying to run from something when you're not moving. And again, lots of people never really talk about this. So hearing it come from artists, especially artists as big as them, it does bring a lot of safety and reassurance that you're not alone in that fear. And it's not something... It almost lessens the fear knowing that other people feel it too, if that makes sense. One of my favorite lyrics in this song is, "They say time will solve everything, but those words just give me fear." And this is something that I deal with a lot. I'm not a person that really finds comfort in the phrase of it'll keep going, time will pass, those kind of things, because that's one of the things that I fear most. So being reassured in that fear that other people feel it is a great comfort, and it's why the song resonates with me so much. The next song is Hellevator. Written by Armadillo and Threeracha, composed by Armadillo, Threeracha, and Langa, and arranged by Armadillo, Bangchan, and Langa. This is a pre-debut song. It is the first song that they released under Stray Kids. And I think it's one of the best, starting points, introductions, almost like first songs before your first song, if that makes sense. This song talks about the pain you go through in order to reach a place that you want to. It describes a Hellevator, a place of hell that takes you up to new heights. So it works well as a pre-debut song because it talks about the pain that they had to go through during their pre-debut in order to reach the debut that they really wanted. It's, again, comforting hearing people be so honest about how, no, life isn't easy. Doing something that you love isn't good all of the time. It does take hard work and hard effort to get to a place where you want to. It is important to talk about the bad stuff as well as the good stuff because it makes the bad stuff seem less bad knowing that it'll take you to somewhere good. If that makes sense, does that make sense? I think that makes sense. It's discussing the pain you need to learn to be able to reach the point where you can talk about the pain and help other people who are going through the same things that you did. It's a dark song, it's a painful song, and it's a needed song. I have so much respect for them for being so honest right from the get-go. Absolutely establishing that they will not hold anything back. They will not hold any sort of false ideas, or they are who they are right from the beginning, and they completely hold on to that throughout their career, and I am absolutely assured that they will do that in the future. And it gives me hope too. Because the more people talk about the painful things that you need to go through, the more people will be prepared and know how to deal with it in the coming future. It's harder to go through things alone, and the more people talk about it and the more people address it, it makes it less so. And I respect them so much for having this as their first song. If you want to succeed, even though I'm afraid, I need to set up a trap called failures. I got on. Hold my hand and take me to the penthouse, my Hellevator. The next song is Red Lights. I know, haha, but listen, it's genuinely not a drive situation, okay? This is actually talking about work. It's genuinely talking about work, okay? Listen, I can defend this one. This song is written by Bangchan and Hyunjin, composed by Bangchan and Hyunjin, and arranged by Bangchan and Versace. This song talks about a battle between the passion of art and the need to be a person. Art is one of the most consuming forms of passion and love and kind of emotion, and it will kill you if you let it. And this song is an excellent reflection of using your work and the way you treat art and liking it to an almost abusive lover. It's such a clever way to deal and talk about art and work, and I almost said drive, and I was like, ironic. It perfectly explains the passionate battle of forcing yourself to be so completely open all of the time for the sake of expression and for the sake of art. It's that conversation of, I love you, you're all I know, but you hurt me a lot if I dedicate myself entirely to you. It's just a really clever way, and the song sounds so beautiful. It's such an audible sound of giving everything and then just taking it away. And it's so well done, and it's one of my favourite songs off the album, and I will defend it till the day I die. Even if I struggle to run away from you, set the mic up. We sleep until the moon goes deeper. You know I can't leave you alone. I absolutely can't let you go. Stray Kids are so good at talking about multiple topics all at once, and they're so clever with the way they deliver things and the way they form their artistry. And I think I have a lot of respect for it, and I think a lot more respect needs to go to them, and recognition for that needs to go to them. They do it with everything they do. They put a meaning to everything where there needs to be. They express themselves fully with their art, and it shows perfectly with this song and stages that they do and many, many things. And I just want to congratulate them and just want to say that I really, really respect it, and it gives me a lot of encouragement and inspiration with the way they do things. And that's my spiel about Red Lights. Go listen to it. The music video is out some point. I'm terrified for it. If I go on break then, please know why. The next song is Another Day. And just forewarning, the next 3 songs are Jisung songs. I don't have a bias. This is not even my bias.
He's your song bias.
Here's my song bias. Can I have like a bias, a song bias, a V-Live bias,
a bubble bias,
a bubble bias,
bubble bias,
bubble bias. My bubble bias is Nyan. The next song is Another Day. Written by Han Ji-sung, composed by Han Ji-sung and Bang Chan, and arranged by Bang Chan. This song, the best way to describe it is a song about exhaustion. This is pretty much the inside of my head at any given time, and it's so comforting to know that, again, I'm not alone in that. It's a slow song. It drags. There's no really big highlight or chorus or drop. It feels as sluggish and as dreary as the days they're talking about, and it's an excellent way to portray it. They talk about that feeling of getting up in the morning and just feeling, oh, another day. I wanted to do so many things, but I keep being chased by time. They link a lot of their songs in between each other. They talk about references to other songs all the time, and it's so clever because it's one way to link your entire discography together, so it encourages people to listen to everything, and it also just shows that they genuinely are talking about something that they truly believe in, because they bring it up a lot. By bringing something up all the time, it means that it's genuinely on your mind all the time. It's something that you want to re-deliver because it helps you to re-deliver feelings that you're feeling. This is an example of that. Bringing up being chased by time, like in Chronosaurus, is an example of that. And they do it a lot, and it's very clever. Jisung's last part of the song is a very good summary of the entire piece. And it's one of my favorite verses ever, and it's something that really, really hits home. It's something that I have to like pause and take in every single time I hear it. Like, I will literally just, if I start hearing it and I'm not fully dedicating my attention to it, I will pause, go back and re-listen, because it's something that is really, really well done. Is everyone happy except me? I'm so curious about it. Or am I the only child who doesn't know how to hide it yet? Everyone hides their inner self behind their masks, so I got used to the word loneliness. By making this song, they have immediately made it less lonely, and I really appreciate that. Okay, next one. Secret.
I like that you were like, okay, if I sit and talk about this one any longer, there will be tears.
Yeah.
So we're done.
Yeah. We talk about Grow Up for 2 seconds.
What's Grow Up? Never heard of
Never heard of that song ever in my life.
You can say, who's she?
No, I don't know. I do not know. Jongin vlog.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Jongin! Hello?
The next song is Secret Secret. The Korean title, I believe, translates to Secret I Can't Tell. Written by Han Ji-sung, composed by Jin, Han Ji-sung, Cassiopeia, and Gabrielle Brandes, and arranged by Jin. This song has the image of when you bottle up your feelings so much, you have to stand in the pouring rain in order to let it wash over you. Ji-sung describes what it's like to keep things in just so you can keep going another day. It's a painstaking portrayal of keeping yourself secret. And he uses rain, he uses water, he uses the feeling of being drenched and washing it all as a way to say that you need to let it go. You need to let your emotions pour down and wash away in order to heal, to get better. My favorite part of this song relays like kind of a conversation between two sides. One side that wants to keep the feelings in. Someday you'll get used to it. It'll be okay if you walk around busy. And another which wants to get rid of it in order to heal. I will live without even this feeling. Like the ground hardens after the rain and flowers bloom again. It's a growth from songs that he wrote prior. It's a growth from keeping things in. It's a really good way of portraying things and emotions and helping the listener get rid of it with them. The next song is Sunshine. Written by Han Ji-sung, composed by Han Ji-sung, Nick Lee, and Josh Wei, and arranged by Nick Lee and Josh Wei. This song is a breather. It's sitting in the sun, lying in the grass, and just breathing. It's a bright light. It's the sign that things are getting better from here. It may sound strange, but it feels like they're taking my hand and being like, okay, stop, breathe, we're just sitting in the sun for a bit. We've discussed this pain, now let's work through it. Sit in the sunshine and close your eyes. Look at me for a second. Everything that hurts me is blown away and fades away. Should I fly to the sky where the clouds are swimming? Sorry, we've been filming for a long time.
No, that's okay. I am enjoying it. And it means I don't have to work.
What?
Hmm?
The next song is Levanter. Written by 3RACHA, JYP, and Hertz Analog. Composed by 3RACHA and Han Ji-sung. And arranged by Hong Ji-sung. Levanter is a phrase for someone who leaves quickly, like a fast wind. It's a song of recovery. It's about you've held on to someone or something that you've loved and trusted, and they left, and you have to deal with that. But it's more the positive side of it. It's that realization of that relationship, that person, that thing, it wasn't healthy. It hurt me. And I will get through that pain and be myself again. It's so validating, it's so encouraging, and it's a perfect song of like health and recovery. It also feels desperate, but less towards the person that they lost or the thing that hurt them, but more towards the person that they lost during that time. It's desperation to get to a place, to get to the person that you were, that you want to become. And it's such a positive, really important way to look at a certain situation. A lot of people get caught up in that feeling of, I need to miss things, I need to fix it, I need to get back the thing that was hurting them, because it's a complicated relationship. But it's important to recover from things that are hurting from you, and that feeling of pain, and letting it go, and healing. not many people talk about situations like this. And it's really, really good that they did. And I respect it very heavily. I want to be myself. Even if it's still strange, as soon as I broke away from you, I can see myself. Like the fallen leaves under the tree, even if I eventually get stamped on in the snow. Now I rise above you looking for the spring. The remaining feelings are blown away by the wind. The title I called this playlist that I'm talking about now is It's All Good Now, because it's a key point of the song. It's one of the most defining lyrics because it's both a realization and a declaration of it's all good now. I can get better. I can heal. We're past it. And it's so beautiful. And she's called Queen Levanter for a reason. Grow up.
Did you need a second break?
The next song is Grow Up. Grow up after Levanter? A dick move? Maybe, but I don't care. Written by Sriracha, composed by Sriracha and Trippy, and arranged by Bangchan and Trippy. This is the ultimate It's Okay song. There is a lack of recognition in this world for hard work. Society is built off of work and expectations and the need to do more in order to literally survive. And very, very little of that is met with recognition, let alone reward. So to have someone tell you that you're enough, that you're doing fine, it means more than I can ever express. There is a certain kindness that comes with people telling you to keep going, especially with the title. Growing up is hard, it's difficult, it's very confusing, and not many people tell you how to do it or how to do it right. They know that. They're telling you that you're okay. You're doing just fine. To trust yourself, to keep going, that you're okay. I want to thank them, especially for this one, because it does help, and it means a lot, and it has helped a lot of people. I don't think I can read out the lyric without crying.
Do you want me to read it out?
Yeah, you read it. I can't read it without crying. Thanks.
The Queer Kiwi has joined the chat. You're doing enough. You're doing just fine. I know you, and you're trying your best right now. That's all you need. Just keep your pace. Don't be nervous. Trust yourself.
I hate that song. Don't like it. 0 out of 10.
I remember that one time we sat down and we turned on the lyrics and we just like sat here and fucking bawled our eyes out. And then we hit pause after and kept crying for like 5 minutes.
Blueprint. The next song is Blueprint. Written by Lee Suran, Attack, and Sriracha, and composed and arranged by Attack and ENIAC. Before I start talking about the song, I'd like to give an honorable mention to the music video. It is one of the most beautiful music videos ever in the existence of ever, and please go stream it. It has very low views, and everyone should grace themselves with watching it. Thank you. This song is a song of establishing yourself. It's being proud of your strength. It's saying to yourself and others to keep going and do it harder. It's a bright and joyful song. It's one of those songs that I feel like I'm being cheered on. It's like, I want to play it in the car and sing it at the top of my lungs kind of song. It's a fuck everyone else. This is about us and how proud we should be and how strong we are and how we should keep going and encourage others to keep going. They, again, whisper hopelessness and despair on purpose. It won't work on me. I believe in myself. I'm not going to get tired. I'll keep running. The light I can almost touch will never fade. I love the contrast in how much shit is over here and absolutely nothing.
We should have put a poster on the wall.
This is my brain. Half of it is Stray Kids, and
half of it is nothing.
Half of it is absolutely nothing. Stray Kids aren't even being shown.
They are a little.
They are a little bit. The next song is Haven. Written by Bangchan and composed and arranged by Bangchan and Versatre. This is a song of home. It's meant to be a concert song, one performed to a large audience. It's the full admission and place where we can be truly us, truly free, just us and the kids. It's 3 minutes and 19 seconds of Haven. We'll have a concert one day, soon, and we'll be able to sing it one day, very soon. It has very simple lyrics, very straightforward, and I think that's the beauty of it. It doesn't need to be complex to understand. Safety is a very simple feeling. It's one of the most basic feelings that you can have, and it's what the song brings. Sometimes simple declarations in itself can be the most powerful as well. Gather here in this haven right now. Step out. Do what you want. You can set down your burdens here, the place where the compass pointed to. Feeling so alive, everything flutters. The happy ones get shorter and shorter. I have less and less to say about the happy ones. Does that reflect my emotions? The next song is Star Lost. Written by Threeracha, Airatak, and Kalos, and composed and arranged by Airatak and Davi Dior. This song is a reflection of being in a place far away from the things you need the most, but still desperately believing in the love and trust between you. At this current moment in time, for a while now, we haven't been able to meet others. We haven't been able to get to the places that we have always trusted that we would be or have always needed to get to. Sometimes this makes the sky look dark, like there are no stars. You have to keep believing, though, that somewhere out there, they are waiting for you, just like you're waiting for them. No matter where, when, or how dark it is, there is a star there, and they will glow again, and we'll be able to get to a point where we can see the stars again, if that makes sense. Even if I live a calm life as if nothing has happened at all, I live it in fear that I'll be left alone. I imagine you in the night sky, you comforting me somewhere.
To quote Bomb You.
To quote Bomb You, fuck COVID-19. The next song is Never Ending Story, or Story That Won't End. Written by Park Sejun, Taebyun, and Changbin. Composed and arranged by Taebyun, Baku, and Checkmate, as well as arranged by Jung Won-ki. It's an OST, but it still counts. This is a beautiful love song of wanting the good feelings you have towards a person to never end. Even if you need to part for a while, even if you need to say goodbye, the kindness and the beautiful memories that you have made together will remain forever, and trusting that they will be forever. It's such a nice, beautiful song about trusting a relationship and trusting the love you have for someone so much that you know it will last forever. Even if you part one day, even if you have to be separated for a long time, you still love them and you're still happy whenever you think about them. It's a never-ending story. Farther than tomorrow, longer than forever, I love you. The story we made remains like this. It'll make our endless days so beautiful. The performance of the song is also so beautiful. It's one of the prettiest stages ever, even though they're just standing there with their mics. It is a performance that I really love, and I highly recommend you check it out. It's one of those things that makes you like completely silent. I really highly recommend it. I'll leave a link to it. Please go check it out. It's a really lovely, beautiful song. And also, Sumin's outfit is one of the best outfits ever, and I would like to keep up that energy. So stylists, please bring back the beret.
Blantique!
Blantique! Please! The little blue beret, please! That wasn't even in my notes. I just thought of Sumin and the little blue beret. The next song is The View. Written by Threeracha and Krista Youngs, composed by Threeracha, Telecast, and Krista Youngs, and arranged by Telecast and Bangchan. Again, go check out the video. It's absolutely incredibly stunning. It's the same visual idea as Blueprint. It's just absolutely gorgeous and I love it so much. A tattoo idea from the video is in the progress as we speak. I love it so much. I love the song so much. Please go watch it. I highly recommend. If you just want a bright, beautiful, happy video with incredible visuals, I recommend it. This very quickly, very easily, like the album only came out like a week and a half ago, became one of my favorite Stray Kids songs and my favorite, like one of my favorite songs ever in the history of ever. I love this song so much and every time they perform it, I love it even more. It is just so good in every sense of that word. It is just good. It's just a showing of what it's like to reach a better place. Getting through a cloud of sadness and pain and taking a moment to enjoy everything that you can see and everything that you have achieved. It's so important to recognize how far you've come and use it to go even further. It's a track of gratitude, of appreciation, of genuinely loving where you are after a long run to get there. I don't know, controversial opinion, but seeing the artists I love happy and proud is one of the best feelings in the world, and hearing them sing happy songs full of joy, full of gratitude, I don't want to change that for anything. And I'm so proud of them, and I just really love them and I love what they produce, and I'm so happy that they're at a place where they can love it themselves, if that makes sense.
The fact that you had to say controversial opinion, I like seeing them happy, was really upsetting.
Yeah.
Controversial opinion, I like seeing the people I love happy. That's fucked up.
It's true though. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I can't tell you you're wrong, but it's fucked up that it's true.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't want to have them go back to the place that they were. I don't want to have the old music back. They weren't happy then. Yeah. I love the music because it represents a moment of time, but I love it now because they're happy. My lyrics for these are 3 very long paragraphs. I'm just going to quote the song to you. Yeah?
Good.
I didn't know. The road in front of me seemed dark because I never ever let it go. Now I feel comfortable. I like it, this feeling, and I'll never ever let it go. Back then, the world used to be a vast like desert. Now it is a wild field where I want to run. In the dizzy mess that was my mind, the wind blowed through the dust and took it away, far away. The rough and tiring typhoon has passed. Now I can see 1,000 miles in front of me. I love them.
Good.
The next and final song of this playlist is You Can Stay. Written by Sriracha, composed by Sriracha and Cook Classics, and arranged by Cook Classics. The first time I heard this song, I bawled. I cried while writing these notes, and I would not be surprised if I teared up talking about it. It's a fan song. Their slogan themselves, the thing that they put at the end of every single video, is "You make stray kids stay." It's a song of genuine love. I was in a not very good place before I found Stray Kids, and finding a song of someone who I already admired telling me that I can stay for a bit, it meant more than I can ever express. As someone who struggles with settling down and trusting one place and always feeling the need to move around, hearing people telling me it's okay to stay, that I can breathe and stay with them, it feels like I'm being filled with trust, with safety, with love. And it's an excellent note to end the playlist on, because it always feels like I've done well. It feels like it's okay to be okay now, that I've felt the emotions that I needed to feel, and I can keep going and move on. And I don't know, I really love the song, and I really love them, and this song is a perfect encapsulation of everything that they've helped me with and everything about them that I truly genuinely love and am very grateful for. Thank you for coming to me and becoming the same shadow with mine before approaching the light. Instead of the chilly wind, the sound of the wind patting us. Thank you for bringing me. You brought me here. And there we go. Those are my favorite Stray Kids songs, as well as all the other favorite Stray Kids songs that don't have the same feeling. I just wanted to make this video because I really like talking about the music and the art that I love, and I really love them. And I want to share that with them because it's helped me a lot and it's made things a lot easier. And I want to share that with people, and I want to give them the appreciation, even though they will probably never hear this. I just want it out in the world that I really am so grateful and so appreciative, and I really respect and admire them and their music so much. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit different, and I hope that this gave you some insight to some of their songs, or one way you could view their songs. Obviously, there are so many ways you can interpret all of these songs, and that's the beauty of them, is that you can listen to them over and over and over again and rediscover them and relearn them and find new meanings to them when you grow up and when you are in a different place. They could mean something completely different because they're supposed to be for the times and for the feelings that you are feeling right now, if that makes sense. Thank you for listening to me ramble about music. If you want more like this, I am very happy to do them. I've got so many artists that I really admire, and so many songs, Stray Kids or otherwise, that I really want to talk about. So I'm planning to do these videos much more regularly than I did in the past, and I just hope you enjoy, and I hope that you understand my love for them. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Stream Noeasy, stream Thunderous and The View, and support them in music shows. Okay, bye.